Hey everyone, and welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to recap a little bit of 2024, and I'm going to talk about some goals and some plans along with some channel updates. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. "2024, you've been a year." I started off the year recovering from a health thing that took me down for a good 2 months. It was late December. Wow, brain. It started late last December, probably about a week before Christmas, and I wasn't back to normal till probably technically mid of February, early March. Unfortunately, with the PE, followed directly like within a week with pneumonia, and that really knocked me down and knocked me out for a little bit. It took me a bit to recover, like all around. Even after I was recovered, it took me a bit to recover, and that really sucked. I had a lot of plans to attend some horse shows this year, specifically for Pinto, and every show that I could attend or was initially planning to attend did not go in my favor. The first show that I was planning to attend, Starr got really sick, and she needed my time, energy, and funds. I was supposed to do a show in September, and unfortunately that weekend was double booked, and my husband didn't want to do the show and then have to drive, so we ended up not doing the show and just going for the family event. Ironically, that same week that the September show was the same week that we closed on this house. The last show, which I was set to go to, I just needed to pay the entry fees and we were gonna go. Homegirl got the flu again, so we didn't end up going. We took a trip to Oklahoma to see if that's where we wanted to venture to next. And it's not a no, but it's not a yes at the moment. So shortly after that trip, we ended up starting the house buying process, and we bought our house. We bought this house in September. Then we're doing good. Have some plans that we'd like to hopefully accomplish in 2026, maybe. That's the plan. It's still in the planning phase, so maybe more on that later. I think that's really it about the super exciting things. Right now, we just finished up Christmas. I packed up the tree this morning, because as much as the tree was pretty, I was done with it being in my house. So that is all the excitingness that was 2024 that had any and all significant interest. On that note, let's dive right into 2025 plans. Plans is to show the Pinto shows next year. I'm gonna try and go come hell or high water. The plan is to hopefully get Cali rommed out next year in a couple of classes before continuing up the competition ladder. I also have a lot to work on with her before we can go up into actually doing the canter classes at shows. That's just my opinion, not necessarily anybody else's, but her canter and my canter, my sitting on her, does need a little bit of work, and I really want to work on that this year. So until that happens, I want to go ahead, I want to get her rommed out, so we're like 9 points in, I believe. So if that's truly the case, only 27 more to go, or is it 26? Either way, very possible to do in the 3 or 4 shows that I believe Pinto has planned for this year. Continue on with horse shows. I want to take Starr to an open pleasure show at least once. Full well knows she's not going to do good, but I think it'll be fun to just give it a go on her. She has definitely come a long way from the speed dragon that she used to be. Even though she still is a speed dragon, I would still love to see her and myself in the pleasure ring, even if it's just at an open show just once this season. My goals / our goals. As I said earlier, we bought a house this past fall. It needs a lot of updating. The bones itself is actually really good. It's just all of this stuff they did in all the varying rooms that are just like, I don't think I would have done that. I can maybe see why you thought that that was a good idea, but that's maybe not what we should have done. So that's our plan. Our plan is actually to update a room or two a year. Next year, hubby and I really want to tackle the kitchen that's behind me. Right now they've got like some French theme thing in there, which not our style for one, and I don't really care for how it's done for another. Maybe I'll do a video on that throughout the year. I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. But we really want to modernize that kitchen along with the rest of the house. But again, it's like a project or two a year. So it might be the kitchen and sprucing up the spare bedroom this year, because the spare bedroom really only needs to be sanded down and reprimed and painted. And it might not even need the sanding down. It might just need to be primed and painted. The other new goal for this year for me is to get myself a new vehicle. I am actually looking at a few of them tomorrow, which by the time this video is actually loaded, I've already looked at them. Fingers crossed. We're gonna see if one of them is what more I'm looking for. I'm really hoping so. I'm really hoping to try and get something between, I guess, my birthday and tax time. So we'll just kind of see how the cookie crumbles. The last thing that is super major, especially for YouTube purposes, is channel content. So I struggled the last couple of months. It's really more the last couple of weeks, but the last couple of months altogether to try and get content filmed, edited, and up for you guys. I may have pushed myself just a little too hard, more than what I was fully able to commit. So I'm going to take a step back for next year, and I'm going to take the year as a whole, and we're going to try and post, maybe not necessarily every Friday like I have been, but as we create good quality content that is good to post for YouTube. I'm not saying my content's terrible, but I know it's not like the best either by any means. So I'm going to spend this year really working on creating good quality content that you guys are going to want to see. With that being said, it means I probably won't be posting as often as I was, which was every Friday. I still plan to post my new videos on Friday, contrary to this one that's going to post between New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, because let's ring in the new year, right? And I will going to really focus on my editing style and how I can better that for the YouTube videos. So that is currently the channel update. You will probably see shorts and whatnot into my day-to-day life, but I will not be posting videos every Friday. And if you have any ideas for videos that you would like to see, please drop them down below. I do have a few in the lineup yet from last year's, what's in my noggin and written down in my notes, that I would like to create for you guys. So there will still be new videos, just definitely not as frequent as they have been this year. That is the current plan, and as things change, I will be more than happy to update you guys here on YouTube what the plan is. But that is my walking out of 2024 and ringing in 2025's plans, from horses to personal to YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoy the channel. Again, if you have any video ideas, go ahead and drop them in the comments below, and I will catch you all in the next video.